to Madras Arsenal. Today we're going to be talking about the Martini-Henry Mark IV, both the B pattern and the C pattern. First off, we're going to talk about the B pattern here a little bit, then we're going to move on to the C pattern. Then I'm going to point out the differences on it. This one is, as I said, the B pattern. It was made in 1887 and was transferred to India. Very simple to operate. Simply pull down your lever, insert your cartridge. It shoots a metallic cartridge. The originals were made of foil and they were sized to fit into the chamber. These have been resized 24 gauge shotgun shells. It shoots a paper patched 460 grain 577 bullet, or 450 bullet, I'm sorry. Simply insert, push your lever back up, and then fire. To extract the bullet, simply pull down the lever again, and the extractor will push out your cartridge. This is your cocking indicator, letting you know if you have a round in it. Moving on, you have your ladder sight, which reaches out to 1,000 meters, 1,000 yards, I should say. Okay, and you can adjust that accordingly. Further down the rifle, you have your bayonet lug, and your bayonet would attach. I will show you how to do that in a little bit. You also have your sling, and I'm really hoping that somebody will be here to help me shoot this. I was thinking, I don't know, maybe Mike Birch or something. Maybe he'll make it down here, but I'm not sure. He's a pretty tough guy to track down. Like I said, that's the Martini-Henry Mark IV, and let's get started. So as I was saying, I really hope that Mike Birch can join us. I don't know, maybe he can pop up out of the woodwork somewhere. Oh, hey, Mike Birch.
How's it going? Madras Arsenal, Kurt Stevens.
What you got going on? Hey, that looks like a Martini-Henry.
Really? Because I was wondering what it was.
Well,
found this at a pawn shop for 50 bucks. He told me it was a moist nugget rifle.
A moist nugget?
A moist nugget.
Well, I tell you what, that's a very special Mosin Nagant. Ooh, not Mosin
What's a Mosin Nagant?
No. Well, if you go to the Mosin crate, you could actually find out what a Mosin Nagant is. But this is actually a Martini-Henry. That pawn shop guy gypped you.
Really?
Yeah.
50 bucks? I'm going to take this back.
50 bucks is what you gave for that? You actually got a heck of a deal because that's an original Martini-Henry.
Really?
Yes, it is.
So I didn't get gypped?
Nope, you actually got a heck of a deal.
Wow!
You can actually tell by those markings right there.
Oh, Enfield. So this is an Enfield, a shortly.
No,
a smelly.
No, it's not a smelly. This is the predecessor. This is like the great-grandfather to the smelly.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me more.
Okay, so these are Martini-Henrys. These saw service for about 30 years within the British Empire. This is like the AK-47 of the day.
Wow.
You know how they find those in Afghanistan and Iraq all the time?
What's Afghanistan?
It's like this country, you never heard
What's
of it.
Iraq?
Well, usually people call it Iraq, but it's okay. Oh. So anyway, moving on. Yeah, it shoots a metallic cartridge, as I was saying in my intro. I don't know if you saw that or not.
It's not like a cardboard cartridge, like a shotgun? My grandpa used cardboard.
The originals were actually like foil, and I probably wouldn't feel safe shooting them, honestly.
So I can make bullets out of tin foil.
Well,
I'm going to Walmart after this.
All right. I don't want to hear about it later, though.
Really?
So, as I was showing, you just pull down your lever, insert your cartridge, pull up. There is no safety on it. Okay.
So you're telling me I can operate operatorly with this?
You can actually operate this, Mike. You got good form. You got good form. There you go. There you go. Yep. Yep. Nope. You got chicken wing going on. Chicken wing going on.
So heavy and long.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I can't do it. I can't operate. I'll have to practice with that.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do some drills. All right.
Hold on. I gotta catch my breath. Go ahead.
Sorry, man. Okay.
Oh, you're making a video.
Yes, I was trying to make a video.
Who's this guy? That guy looks weird. He's got a funny hat on.
Yeah. Too bad the viewers can't see him. So we got a vehicle coming in, so we got to do this quick. So, have you ever shot one of these? I'm gonna hand this over to you, Mike. You have not shot with it?
I'm gonna operate.
I got a metal plate down there. See if you can hit it.
All right. So put it in the breech.
Yes, sir.
Lock it.
Lock it. Missed.
I missed. That hits hard though. It doesn't kick.
No, it really doesn't.
You extract the round like that.
Yep.
That's pretty slick.
It is pretty slick.
You could definitely operate with this.
Try another round.
Try another round. See if I can hit it with this.
Yes, sir. Hopefully it doesn't jam. If it jams, you have to hand it back to...
Woo!
There you go.
It's like an M16, baby.
Well, not quite.
Yeah, it
Shoot
is.
as quick as it.
I can hit steel all day with my AR-15 Tactical Tavor Israeli commando gun.
I've heard of those.
One more for the road. Ah, too low.
Too low, man. Let me try.
Oh, slammed shut.
Doesn't like you, Mike.
Nobody likes me. Wow, look at him operate.
Operating imperialistically.
We got a real panty dropper over here.
That's right.
Lobster back. Looks like we're tied there, Mr. Stevens. Actually, you just beat me. All right, that was fun.
Woo. That is one reason why they would wrap their barrels.
Little hot.
Yeah, I should have known that. All right, so let's get started on the history of it.
The difference between these two.
So the difference between this is what they call a B pattern, this is what they call a C pattern. The difference is the C patterns were made up of various different parts from all the Martini-Henrys. As you can tell, this is a stock plugged for a short lever. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's also got a brass cup that would not really deteriorate in the humidity of India. It's also got a brass plate that separates the butt plate from the stock so that it won't like seize to it. The C patterns are a little bit, I want to say, more rare because they're a mix of all the parts, like I said. This one, the C pattern, was from Allahabad Arsenal, which was in northern India. Mine was from Madras Arsenal, which was in southern India. And one cool thing is you can really trace the dates. Mine was shipped out in November of 1908, and it was number 12,000, was that 645? And this one was shipped out in October of 1908, and it was, what, 10,006? And they all ended up in Nepal at Kathmandu. And really, really cool history about it. Let's see, let me flip this over real fast. If you look under here, it says NS for Native Service, and then it has NEP for Nepalese Police. Not sure if you can really pick that up, but each one typically has that, because not all of them were handed over to the Nepalese Police. Let's see, a lot of them feature, you've got a dirty bayonet, that's for sure. One thing that I'm actually curious about is the cruciform is, or the Knox form is labeled as a B part. So, like I said, it was made up of different patterns, different parts, all into one gun, known as the pattern C.
So the pattern C guns would just be a mix of everything?
Correct,
Okay.
yeah. Let's see. I'm actually a little disappointed in the surface rust right there that I tried to get away. And I'm not sure if that is something that somebody carved into it, but it doesn't look like it's a natural scratch.
No, it's a carving. It looks like a...
It would definitely be Hindi or something like that,
Yeah.
Sanskrit.
And when did they stop using these in India?
Stopped using these, I want to say it was around 1890 is when the Lee Metford started coming out and started replacing things. The Boer War, the Lee Metford saw extensive use, and then almost immediately after that, they went into the Lee Enfield.
So were these, was that when these went to the police forces after that, or?
Yeah, like a lot of these were still being used in India by the colonial troops. One thing that denotes colonialism is the brass scabbard, or the brass tip on the bayonet. I chose that one because I liked brass better. The actual British soldiers, they would have had steel tippings. let's see. And yes, both are fitted with the bayonet, 19-inch pattern 1887 bayonet. It could be interchanged with both rifles. I'll actually showcase that real fast, how you fix bayonets. I'll actually give you guys a little demonstration. So, British, very formal, very proper. Everything I've read by their books, they are very by the book, very drilled. That's how they had a successful empire. So when it came time to fix bayonets, between your legs, now, when it came time to shoulder arms, it's completely opposite of the American way. Everything's being on the left shoulder of the British versus the American where it's always on the right. Very, very difficult to learn from an American standpoint. But it's got the bayonet lug. It's not going anywhere, as you can tell. Very, very secured. Like I said, you got the War Department symbol. This one was, I'm actually not sure what the 42 stands for. And that means it's been out of British service, used for colonial use. It's got the Queen's cipher for Queen Victoria, Victoria Regis. Not sharpened, but definitely a formidable piece of equipment. Some of the different stances.
You mind shooting it just to show us what it looks like?
You want a shot with the bayonet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do one round with the bayonet.
So, one of the cool things about the bayonet, the Victorian soldiers practiced bayonet drills all the time. That was their big thing. So, still working on the bayonet drills, but one of the coolest ones that I find is you can draw them in close, like this.
That gun, look, scope that target out there. Scope through that target.
If you had to take a horseman, same thing, and then form in a square, dress it like this. So,
Better not.
so that's a Martini-Henry Mark IV. Very, very awesome rifle. Like I said, these have tons of history to them. No two are going to be alike, as they came from different arsenals throughout India. They're all typically in good service. All they need is a little cleanup, a little oil, and lots of love. Alright everybody, part 2 of this video is the Moby Green Old Ironsides wood wax. Now traditionally the Martini-Henrys you were not supposed to put anything on it except oil to keep the stock from rotting. However, over in India, where it was very, very humid, I noticed that most of the documentation showed that a lot of the armorers were complaining about the woods rotting on the way from England to India. So I would imagine they tried something, and I've not found any documentation on it, unfortunately. But this is, like I said, Moby Green Old Ironsides wood wax. And what it does is it puts a nice protective coating over it to help prevent moisture from getting into your stock and ruining it. It keeps the humidity at bay, because here in East Tennessee it does get pretty humid during the summer. And it does great. I put it underneath my barrel so that it won't cause any more rust to touch the barrel. And once again, I always use the original formula, which is to mimic sperm whale oil, which is the most period correct thing that you can find on the market. I'm actually going to be selling these now, so be sure to check out the site where you can purchase them. Shortly I'll be getting actual glass bottles with a period correct label, and we'll be selling those as well as time progresses, hopefully within the next month or so. And that way you can keep it in your kit, not have a plastic bottle, and you'll have something that mimics what the original people used without, you know, having $10,000 worth of fines for using sperm whale oil. It's a great substitute. It keeps the barrel very clean. Like I said, it only took me like 5 patches to actually clean the barrel, versus, I hate to say this, but hops number 9, it takes quite a bit to clean that. But like I said, it puts a great finish on it, shines it up real nice, and protects it from the elements. So, appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for next time.
A little bit of a time warp here. Got Mr. Zulu War shooting the Tavor.
Okay, I'm actually kind of depressed. I can't hit a steel plate.
This is a conspiracy by the Israelis to prevent Mr. Stevens from hitting the target at 100 yards.
It's a conspiracy.
It's time to go off the grid.